Real quick, this video is going to show you how combos work in Minecraft. It's important to understand the mechanics behind it, and the next installment will build on that knowledge to show you how to get combos in-game. Let's get started. You may already know about combos from fighting games or even Tetris. The idea is to string together moves in order to push an advantage, and combos are the foundation of many games. Inescapable combos, or true combos, are naturally a very powerful tool, and learning how to perform these is essential in competitive Minecraft. So how do combos work? There are two main things that allow us to chain hits: hitbox mechanics and network delay. Many YouTubers, including Technoblade, have already covered how low ground is an advantage in PvP. Hit rays start at eye level, so if you're forced to aim anywhere other than straight ahead, you sacrifice a little bit of range. When you're above another player, you're forced to do this, but they can continue to look directly horizontal. From this, we can see that there are certain distances at which this player can't attack, but the other player can. Even on a flat battleground, this comes into play. Elevation differences between players are constantly happening due to knockback, meaning that taking damage makes it even more difficult to hit the other player. That brings us to the second factor at play: latency. This is best understood visually, so I have a little diagram to help show what's happening here. So here we have two players just traveling on a straight path to the right. They're going at the same speed. We've frozen them at a moment in time, and if we unfreeze for just a second, you can see that they will maintain the same distance between them. Let's call this instant in time that we've frozen the players in t equals 0. t minus 1 is 1 unit of time before t equals 0, and t plus 1 is 1 unit of time after t equals 0. At all three times, the players are found to be 3.5 blocks apart. The small distance that the players travel in 1 unit of time is 0.25 blocks, so the separation between t minus 1 and t plus 1 is half a block. Up until this point, we've been looking at this basically how the server sees things. However, the quirk here relies on how the game state is perceived by players, so we'll need to switch to their perspectives. Since it's useful to have defined points, I'm going to leave these gray players as markers at t minus 1, t equals 0, and t plus 1. Let's start with the right-hand player. At t equals 0, the server saw him right here. But since it takes time to send data to a server, the server's information about that player is going to be slightly behind. The player will see himself ahead of where the server sees him, so we'll say that the player is here in his perspective. Switching to the left side player's perspective, we can apply the same logic to know that he also views himself ahead of where the server sees him. These small discrepancies are thanks to the latency between each player and the server. But what about how the players observe each other? Since the server acts as a go-between, the latency effect happens twice. This is called tolerance stacking. Both players see each other behind their true positions, and since they are traveling in the same direction, this will not affect them equally. The runner will see a greater distance of separation, in this case, 4 blocks, instead of the 3.5 blocks that the server sees. The player on the left will see a shorter gap between them, which is 3 blocks in this scenario. When the chaser tries to attack the other player, the server doesn't stop him. It sees a 3.5 block distance, but Minecraft servers accept up to 6 blocks of reach by default. Because of this, you have longer reach in your direction of travel, and less reach when backing away from something. Higher ping exacerbates this, so poorer network conditions can both help and hinder your PvP. In a combo, the victim is moving up and away from the aggressor, while the latter moves forward to continue the combo. Just like in our example, one player's reach is extended, and the other player's reach is reduced. Also, the aggressor perceives the victim taking delayed knockback, so damage immunity wears off earlier in their trajectory. In summary, combos exploit height differences and lag to provide a reach advantage for a player. These factors are significant enough that, in some situations, a combo can be inescapable. To learn how to perform and escape combos, you can watch my next video, which will include in the end cards when it's released. If there's any PvP mechanic you want to see a video on, leave a comment or tweet at rinserfork. If you learned something from this video and you want to see more from me, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, and it will help make sure the algorithm shows you my videos as they come out. Thanks for watching.